Today I want to talk about GI reset, and that's something that I came up with, I believe. I don't think I've ever heard that before, but that's what happens when we want to get your dog or cat, or probably even person, any patient, back on track when there's been a digestive disturbance, whether there's been vomiting, constipation, whether there's been diarrhea. What has to happen is the digestive tract has to reset, almost like a computer, you know, when you have to restart it, a reboot. And so many things happen when there's been a digestive upset. So whether it's from food allergies, from maybe being on the wrong diet, or a food indiscretion, like a lot of dogs will eat something they shouldn't have, chewing a bone that was cooked, I mean, numerous causes. You maybe know all the causes for digestive issues. We have to realize that as soon as that mucosal lining is inflamed, we have all of these things that happen almost like a domino set. So when we have the inflamed, thickened intestine, and it could be thickened from only like a day or two of diarrhea. We do not need massive days of diarrhea to thicken that intestinal tract and to inflame the digestive tract. So we need to realize that that's going to disrupt the bacteria, the healthy bacteria, and the healthy yeast that lives in the intestinal tract. So we need a biome reset. That's number one for GI reset, biome reset. We need herbs a lot of times that take away the inflammation. We need to make a gruel sometimes with a yogurt, say a goat yogurt, psyllium husk, marshmallow gruel that will reduce the swelling in the intestinal tract and make the bacteria happy again. So we have biome reset, we have GI reset, we have take care of the biome, we have take care of the inflammation, we have remove any food allergies. You guys have heard me talk about food allergies. I have a whole video on IBD. I have 2 videos on IBD. I have videos on changing the protein, how to do it properly. I really want you guys to know that changing the protein properly for a dog with protein allergies is crucial to preventing these digestive issues in the first place. And then sometimes the third thing is we need to come in there with herbs to more or less clean up the bacterial overgrowth that will become a vicious cycle within the patient. So what does that look like? So that, from just a practical standpoint, that might be anything that has berberine in it. So that might be like Oregon grapefruit, that might be golden seal capsules, Oregon grapefruit tincture, golden seal capsules. That might be angiographis. That's a really nice cold herb. So if the digestive tract is super, super hot and inflamed, and we maybe even have blood coming in the stools, that's when angiographis might be our best buddy. And then we also have to, number 4, we have to realize, now we might be more prone to parasitism, things like giardia, things that are opportunist parasites. That's not something you're going to hear about at the regular vet, but it's something that I talk about a lot in my videos. If you watch my giardia video, you will see that I'd say a lot of times these giardia cases that are over and over giardia, guess what? A lot of times they're food allergies. There's food allergies at the base. It makes that digestive tract that much thicker, and then it makes those protozoals stick around a lot longer, whereas we want them to leave. And I did a whole video on parasitism too. So you can look at all those things. I'll try to put links to them. But the main thing I want to say is metronidazole is a suppressive therapy. And you guys may not think of it that way. You may think of like chemotherapy is suppressive, or prednisone, corticosteroids are suppressive. But metronidazole, it does have a place here and there with a really acute giardia situation. But most of the ball, it's being used to stop the diarrhea and honestly, maybe get you off your vet's back about diarrhea, because they don't want to talk to you about all of these things that can be important in GI reset. They just want to put the dog on metronidazole and have you not bother them anymore, because metronidazole will stop diarrhea immediately, regardless of the cause. So it will suppress that diarrhea, it will suppress that inflammation, but guess what? Now your dog is weaker. So now he's going to be in a chronic situation where one bout of metronidazole might be okay, But then as soon as he gets diarrhea again, guess what you're going to do? You're going to trump off to the vet to get the suppressive medication. You're not going to realize it. You're going to think it's an infection because that's what your vet said. But really, it's suppressive. It means that there will be no GI reset. There will be minimal GI reset with metronidazole. It's not something your dog can easily bounce back from, or your cat. I mean, suppressive medication could be in all forms. They're just antibiotics. Giving a patient antibiotics for a digestive problem is a suppressive medication, in my opinion. Not all the time, but many times. So that's what I have to say about GI reset, and I want you guys to look at my other videos on how to heal the digestive tract in dogs and cats. And also, please subscribe, comment, and share. What do you think about GI reset? What do you think about digestive inflammation in dog, cats, in all species? Let me know.